The gift of new beginnings. Can you believe that we're to 2018 already? How did this happen? So take a breath and think for a minute about 2017, this year past. What is it that you're grateful for from 2017? Just take a moment to think of that. And how do you feel about 2017 being over? Are you really sad to see it go? Are you absolutely delighted to be done with it? Whatever it is, we get to choose. We get to choose what it means to us. We get to choose whether to walk into it consciously or unconsciously. We can either set our intentions or we can just let it happen to us. And we are the ones that get to choose that. We are totally in control with our thoughts, with our beliefs, with what we are ready to act on. So do you know yet what you want to embrace in 2018? Do you know what it is that you would like to bring more of your gifts, more of your authenticity, more of the you that Spirit has come to live as? Do you know what it is that you would like to experience? Maybe it's some qualities of the divine: love, trust, abundance, joy. We get to choose. But wait, I'm talking about what we want to bring in. But you know what? If you are like most of us, you need to do a little cleaning out first. You know? Think about it. If we were going to get new living room furniture, we wouldn't go pick it out and pick out something that we were really going to love and then come home and put it right there with the old couch and the old tables and the old chairs. We have to make space. We have to make space when we want something new to come into our lives. We need to out with the old before we can in with the new. Yeah, we'd arrange the room so the new furniture would look good, so that it would feel good, so that it would be comfortable for our room and for our lives, that it would really, really support us. So opening to newness in our lives is like that also. In order to open up to something new, we have to first let go of the old stuff that's taking up our energy and our time, our bandwidth. So what is it you're ready to let go of? Maybe an old belief, maybe an old way of thinking, an old anger, maybe an old wound, maybe an old regret. So much that we have the chance to let go of. Ernest Holmes said, "Life is an adventure in which we never know what is going to happen just beyond the turn of the road. But too often, our today is filled with regrets over the past. If we could convince ourselves that the limitations of the past need not be carried into the future, what a happy outlook we should have." So the new year is a great time to reflect on what we have learned and how we're going to take what we've learned into this next year, into this next open chapter that we get to create. Oh yeah, our thoughts, by using our thoughts, it can be like a reset button. You know, if we notice that we're falling into old thought patterns that we know don't serve us, we can simply push that reset button and know that we get to choose how we're going to move forward. We get to choose what we are going to step into and experience. Now, if there's something that absolutely has to be done in 2017, you've got a few hours, okay? Not long. But you know, if there are things that you wanted to get done, things that you might even be beating yourself up about not getting done, I encourage you to just let those go. To absolutely trust that in this new time, we get to make our choices and set our priorities. Now, some of those things that didn't get done, yeah, you're going to want to do them in 2018 probably. But we get a chance to look and see if it's something important to us, or, you know, I have some things on my watch and on my phone that remind me every day. It's set to go off at 1 o'clock every day. Some things that I haven't taken care of. And one of the lists is kind of an extended thing. And I keep thinking, oh, God, you know, I really ought to sit down and read that. And this isn't a 1 or 2 word. I really ought to sit down and read that and see if it's something I still need to do. Okay, I'm doing that this afternoon.
Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm not taking that long reminder into the 1 o'clocks of 2018 unless I think it's pretty important, and then I'm going to take care of it for sure. So we don't need to allow ourselves to be held back by what's happened in 2017, by anything that we regret, by anything that we wish we had done and didn't do, or anything that we have done and wish we hadn't. I love what Millie Forsberg, who is a practitioner who sometimes serves with us here, she's a ministerial student as well, and she shared this on Facebook. Excuse me, I'm going to get some water. Thank you. Millie says, I'm walking into 2018 with a clear heart and mind. If you owe me, don't worry about it. You're welcome. If you wronged me, it's all good. Lesson learned. If you're angry with me, you won. I let it go. If we aren't speaking, it's cool. I still love you and want the very, very best for you. If you feel that I have wronged you, I apologize. It was unintentional. Life is too short to be anything but happy and at peace. Here's to 2018. So you can't have a new beginning if you're not willing to let go of what's old, what no longer serves you. Think for a moment about caterpillars and butterflies. They are just amazing symbols of transformation. And aren't they, Jay? Interesting look on your face. A caterpillar literally dissolves itself so that it can be birthed into something new, into a butterfly. And personal transformation in our lives works much the same way. We get to notice when we have an old thought, an old belief, an old wound that doesn't work for us anymore. And so there's a time when that inner voice within us says, enough of this. I am over it. It is not working. I'm going to do something different. Those places where we are at choice, that represents the caterpillar. And then finally, we start to wrap ourselves in some belief systems and some ideas that enable us to dissolve that old stuff. We get to wrap ourselves in a spiritual community, in books that have been inspiring to us, in new ideas. But we allow ourselves to be wrapped in that chrysalis that allows the transformation to take place. And then it does. And you emerge as the butterfly. You emerge as the one that can fly free, that can defy gravity, that can absolutely live a life of grace and freedom. And you know, I suspect that those butterflies never say to themselves, sure wish I could be a caterpillar again. Sure wish I could be a caterpillar again. And so everything that we've gone through, all of the goo, the dissolving, all of that has been your perfect soul's path to bring you to where you are now. This perfect place of flying, of being free in some wonderful new ways. Now, when you came in, you were given a small piece of paper. Some of them are pink, some of them are yellow, some of them are white. Does everybody have one of those? If you don't, yeah, you've got one, huh? Martin needs one. And if there are not enough pens, we can share them. So, on this paper, I invite you to write what you would like to let go of. Now, it can be a word, it can be a symbol. We probably don't have time for a whole paragraph. Nobody else is going to see this. So you get to just give yourself a little reminder. What might you like to let go of as you move into 2018? What do you want to release? Chances are your inner wisdom will give you an answer. Just jot it down. What do you want to release? What do you want to let go of? And once you've done that, you can just set that piece of paper aside, and I'll tell you what to do with it later. I was recently reminded that the word year, Y-E-A-R, is the first part of the word yearn, or the word yearning. What is it that your heart is yearning for in 2018? What is your soul's intention for this next round around the sun? What is it for you that you want to open to? What qualities of the divine? What new beginnings are you ready to step into? Maybe you want a new outlook on life, or a new way of looking at a relationship, a new life in a relationship. Maybe what you want is greater abundance, greater financial abundance, greater security. Maybe what you want is to feel the qualities of the divine, the qualities of love, the qualities of joy, and trust, and hope. Maybe you're ready for a new commitment to radiant health, knowing that you are fully supported by the divine. Now, health is one of those things that people often make resolutions about at the beginning of the year. Now, if you're tempted to once again make your annual resolution to lose 10 pounds, I invite you to look a little deeper. What is it you really want? Do you just want to see that number on the scale? Or is it that you want greater health? That you want to move with more ease and comfort? That you want to feel better about how you look? When we do those old resolutions that, I don't know about the rest of you, but that 10-pound thing, that one has never worked for me. by the end of the month, I'm feeling bad about what didn't happen. We need to love ourselves. And so this is, we have a different way of doing that. What if we remembered that there's a power of good in this universe and we can use it? Oh, in fact, we use it whether we're using it consciously or not. What if we started each day with some affirmations, like right where I am, God is. God shines through me as radiant health and joy. God shines through me as beauty. God shines through me as ease of movement. What if we remembered those affirmations throughout the day? Do you think that would make a difference? Yes. You think it's worth trying? Okay. Well, what might your new beginnings look like? Doesn't need to be that one. Your new beginnings are going to come from your heart. They're going to come from deep within you, from that place of wisdom. Our teaching, The Science of Mind and Spirit, tells us that every thought is a new beginning. I loved the readings that you chose, Lori. They were just perfect, as always. So that if we want a new experience tomorrow, if we want new beginnings, we have to plant those seeds today. And we plant them in our mind with our thoughts, with what we're willing to step into and embody. Ernest Holmes wrote, "Even as what we did yesterday set the law of life in motion to create what we are doing today, so what we are doing today sets the same law in motion to create what will happen to us tomorrow. What we did yesterday is carried over into today only because we give our consent to it. What we are thinking and doing today can create the kind of tomorrow we wish to experience if we will change our outlook on life." So what new beginning is calling to you? Greater abundance, greater freedom, self-esteem, confidence. More peace, more joy, more hope. I could certainly use more hope. So I'm going to ask each of you to take a moment and turn within and ask, what is mine to open to? What is the gift that I am here to bring in 2018? What are the new beginnings that Spirit has for me? Now, once you have a sense of that, I'm going to invite you to take that little piece of paper with what you want to let go of, crunch it up, wad it up, and then, one at a time, you get to come up and put it in the wastebasket. And then after you do that, there's a little heart basket filled with hearts. And so I invite you to take one of these hearts, and as you go back and sit back down, contemplate what it is that you are opening to as your new beginnings for this year. So this is a chance to throw away what you're ready to let go of and fully embrace what you're ready to step into. And as you take your little heart back, as you sit down, fill it with your yes, with your willingness to step into your highest and best expression, your greatest joy, your greatest happiness. This is an opportunity for you. Whoever's ready. hearts here, and when you're ready, you can grab one. We each have an incredible gift in front of us. The gift of a new year, a year that has never been lived before, a year that we have never experienced before, a year that we get to create. We get to open to the new life that is within us, that is waiting to burst forth. And we get to choose. You are the one that gets to create your year. Now you're supported and cared for by God or Spirit or the universe or whatever name you want to give that amazing love essence that is all around us. You are supported in that. So create this year with love for yourself, for the world. Oh, and be gentle with yourself. You are here as a gift. Be gentle with yourself. Know that there's a loving energy that in this universe that wants you to be happy, that wants you to be joyful, that wants you to be healthy. Because that is the very Godness, that is the very thing that is living as you. And of course, it can't do it through anybody else like it can do it through you, for sure. I'm going to close with another powerful quote from Dr. Ernest Holmes. But since today is the only day in which we live, and yesterday has forever passed, the change that we need to make within ourselves must be made today. And so we have to live each day as though it were complete and perfect in itself. We have to live each day as though all the joy there is in the universe were ours now. And we have to live each day as though all the joy we ever expect to experience were ours now. And so I invite practitioners to stand with me in high consciousness as we move into prayer. My prayer just has to be thank you, thank you, thank you, Spirit, for bringing us together, for giving us this new opportunity to create. I mean, we get to do this all the time, but because there's this auspicious beginning of a new year, it brings to our consciousness the fact that, yes, we are at choice. And so I know that for each person here, for each heart here, that as we go forth, it is with awareness of what we are choosing. And so we choose our thoughts wisely. We choose thoughts of love and joy. We choose thoughts of abundance and sharing. We choose the kinds of thoughts that will create a world that works for everyone and for all of life. And so I am grateful, 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 knowing that as we each leave, we are absolutely blessed. All that we need for just the most amazing 2018 has already been provided. And so we say yes. We say yes. Say it with me. Yes. 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 So it's done, folks. It's done. The law, Spirit always knows how to say only yes. Just as we have said yes, it says yes. It is good. And so it is.